Hey YouTube, it is your girl here, Tammy C. Walker, with another great video. This is my channel, Dreams Are Reality. You all know me. This channel is all about light and love. I specialize in topics to make you a better person, to strengthen your relationship, and to help you get the life you deserve. That's why my channel is called Dreams Are Reality, because what you dream can truly become your reality. Today I want to talk about 7 tips to help you know your worth. Why is it so important to know your worth? This is huge because this will get you what you deserve throughout your entire life. It's all about making people a believer. People are not going to pay you great salaries. Your partner, your husband, your wife, your lover, they're not going to bring you bring you the best of them if you don't believe that you deserve it. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever dated someone and they're like a clinging vine? Maybe you're not really feeling them, or the relationship is very new, yet and still they're clinging to you for dear life. A healthy person, someone that's in a good place or that has self-love, they don't need that type of relationship. And it's really a turnoff. So I'm going to leave you with 7 tips to show you the importance of knowing your worth. If you don't know your worth, after this video, I hope that you would think about what I am saying, and I hope this helps you. And before I get started, I want to thank every new subscriber. It means so much to me. I'm just very grateful for new subscribers. So let's go with tip number 1, knowing your worth. This requires you to speak up. It's important, especially in a love situation, especially at work, especially everywhere. Who wants to be the person that gets walked over like a piece of dirt? You know, somebody's walking over you like you're a rug or a carpet. Speak up for what you want. In a relationship, you know, you're with someone and they're not treating you right. Speak up. They're your lover and they're not, you know, pleasing you. I think you should tell your partner what you like. Sometimes people cannot accommodate us or help us or be the best for us because we're not speaking up. I have had so many jobs over these last, I would say 30 plus years. I began working in 1985 as a teenager at Wendy's, and I've been, of course, working ever since. But there has been several occasions, at least 5 to 6, where I was talked down to, shouted at, you know, and every time without fail, I confronted the manager that did that and told them, you are not to ever speak to me like that again. You see, I never was worried about getting fired, because when you know your worth, I know what I bring to the table, and I'm not bragging, because somebody on Quora, it's a long story, but he kind of was saying having confidence is bragging. In the UK, they don't do that. No, I don't brag. My channel is all about telling you all facts about my life and showing you why I know my worth. So I know my worth because I type 80 words per minute. I know my worth because I've been working since 1985. I know my worth because I've been an office manager, executive assistant, administrative assistant, receptionist. I know my worth because I am a social worker. I am a therapist. I know my worth because I spent several years in purchasing. So when you know what you bring to the table, you don't have to be treated bad. I don't care if you're fresh out of high school. I don't care if you just got your degree. That doesn't give anyone the right to mistreat you. You deserve the best. So always speak up for yourself. Even if you're at a doctor's appointment, you feel your doctor is not giving you the service you need, you're a dentist, it doesn't matter, your professor, speak up, because if you don't, you will not get what you deserve. Also, let me talk a little bit about that again. I remember years ago, I was getting offered a job in purchasing, and they were offering me $40,000. So I remember being in the store, I'm on the phone. Cell phones was out back then. I'm on the phone, and they called and made me the offer. I'm in the grocery store pulling something down, buying something. And I was like, no, at this present time, I will pass. Thank you for the offer. I feel with my education and with my experience, I deserve more. So she said, well, how much would you accept? I said, 45,000. She said, let me go back to HR and the manager and see what we can do for you. Call me back with my amount I ask for. I want you to do that. When you ask for your salary, I always tell people, give it a range, 60 to 75,000, of 75 through 90,000. Put a $10,000, $15,000 range. That way, you know, if you say 60 through 75,000, they may give you 69. They may give you 75. You don't know. Ask for what you deserve. Don't be afraid to speak up. That's tip number one. Tip number two, your belief system. This carries you throughout life. How do you view yourself? If you don't view yourself as worthy, how can someone else? And if your belief system is lacking, if it's low, how do you raise it? I tell my clients this over and over and over. You have to talk to yourself. You have to say affirmations. I say, I am beautiful. I am loved. I am whole. I am healthy. I am, wealthy. That's another one I say. And you are. I am God's daughter. These are things I say that makes me feel good and that I know. So if your belief system is not in place, in a good place, you have to do things daily to change. Ooh, about to poke myself in the eye. That would have been bad. Change how you think. I tell everyone, I tell people what I do daily. My daily word book. I have it on my phone as well. I do Acts of Faith book in the morning. Meditate, pray. These are the 4 things that locks my mind in. I also have a preacher that I watch. He does like a song and a short sermon. It's so nice. But these are things that you can do to, tell yourself, to melt this into your mind that you are worthy. It's not a one-time thing. You have to do it daily. It's like when you exercise, you do it. The more you do it, the better you get at it, the better you feel. You play a sport, the more you do it, the better you're going to be at it. If you play an instrument, the more, they say practice 8 hours a day, the more you do it, the better you'll get. If you are a cook, I learned how to cook years ago, but I feel like I get better and better because I've been cooking for years now. Singer, better and better. Anything you do over and over, it's going to get better and better. So your belief system will get better and better when you do these things every day. We cannot keep shortchanging our life. We can't say we don't have time. If you want to change your life, you have to put in the work. Nobody's going to give you anything, especially with your mind. That's on you. Tip number 3, say no. No is a sentence. No, no thank you. You don't have to explain why you're not making it to that bridal shower. Please don't explain why you're not coming to the baby shower. You don't have to go have dinner with someone you don't want to have dinner with. Don't take that job when that manager was rude in that interview. No. No is a sentence. Once you start saying no, you're going to become much happier because you will not be spending your time doing something that you don't want to do. Tip number 4, walk away from toxic relationships. It's just a no. That no can go for that too. Why spend time with someone that's putting you down? Why spend time with a jealous friend? Why be around a mean parent? I don't care. I throw parents in there too because no one has time. But that's my mom, that's my dad. Sure it is. And you want to spend time with them, but if they're not going to be right, or if they're toxic, limit your time with them. I'm not saying cut them off. You know the people to cut off, and some people do have to cut off parents. It's unfortunate, but don't engage in toxic relationships because you know your worth and you deserve better. You could be watching Netflix. You could be watching the Sunday night football game, which I've been watching, and you could be painting your beautiful picture or reading a book or listen to a great audio book or listen to some great music. I've been doing that lately. Don't put up with toxic relationships. Spend your time wisely and peacefully. Tip number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bet on yourself. This definitely comes from somebody knowing their worth. Jimmy Butler of the Bulls. A few years ago, he was with the Chicago Bulls. Jimmy was acquired with a lower salary. He proved himself one of the great players right now in the NBA. So when it was time for contract renewal, the media, they always get you going, try to make people nervous. What are you going to do? They haven't re-signed your contract. What are you going to do, Jimmy? Jimmy said, I'm going to bet on myself. Jimmy got a $90 million contract. Jimmy Butler was homeless as a teen. Went from homeless to the NBA, from college to the NBA to a lower contract to $90 million. He plays for the Heat now. He's still doing very good. I'm just stumbling today. I usually don't. I'm a little tired. I went to a retreat Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I did not sleep good because I was not in my bed, and I was in a cabin with several coworkers. It was just, I think it's left me tired. So I got back Friday night, and I still haven't gotten the sleep I need. So I apologize for being stumbly bumbly, but I think that's what it is. But anyway, shall I proceed? Yes. Tip number 6, take pride in your work. I had to learn this because, I spent many years in purchasing. I like purchasing, but it wasn't my gift. It wasn't my calling. And sometimes I wouldn't make the salary I know I deserved. I wouldn't be around positive people at work. And it just made me have a frumpy attitude. But I learned, and I tried to do this most of the time. I would say mostly I was a very, very good worker. I always got great reviews, but I took pride in my work. I learned as I got older, I'm like working for God. Like, this is a gift. That's not a gift because I'm doing my 8 hours. Or somebody say 8 for 8. But what I learned was to take pride in my work, because even though I don't like this job, this is what I told myself, I'm going to kick the hell out of it, do phenomenal, and then I'll end up getting the job I desire. And it worked like a charm, because your integrity is on the line. If you're a waitress, see, I told you all, waitress, waiter, administrative assistant, executive assistant, buyer, I'm a therapist, counselor, my integrity is on the line. They're going to say, I saw Tammy Walker. She was horrible. She was falling asleep on me on the video during our therapy session. I'm a counselor. My kids will say, Miss Walker is horrible. She don't listen to nothing I say. She's mean. So my integrity is on the line. So I have to do the best in all things that I do, all things. And I take pride in my work. So that's knowing your worth, because my name is attached to Dreams Are Reality. My name is attached to my therapy work, and I don't want a bad reputation. So take pride in your work. Even if you're doing a job you hate or you think is beneath you, sweep the heck out that floor, pass out that food with a smile, and next thing you know, you'll have your own restaurant. You'll have something of your own. Take pride in your work. I'm trying to get that to the younger people. I noticed they quit jobs so fast. That part is okay, but you got to have a backup plan and take pride. Do your best with where you are, and you're going to go to the next level. Last but not least, trust yourself when you make these decisions. Sheila, I saw a house. I think I want to buy it. Let me run it by you. Sharon, it's this guy. He wants to date me. Let me send you his picture. What you think? Derek, I want to buy this car, but I don't know. Look at the car. What do you think? I mean, you are literally asking questions about the decisions you have to make. Do you like the house? Do you want to date that guy? Pick out a few cars and do comparisons. I always do that when I'm buying a car. I'll get like 3, like I bought an SUV a couple of years ago. So I picked out, 3 of the lower like SUVs. I didn't want to spend a lot of money. I didn't need nothing fancy. I just wanted something nice for the Chicago winters. And that's how I did my homework. But I'm the type, when I make big purchases, house, car, spending like, you know what I'm saying, a decent amount, I take my time. I might even take a year. Like, I didn't need a new car. I wanted one for the winter. My other car was low, Nissan Sentra, low to the ground. So I wanted something that wouldn't slide. And I took 6 months to study, how much I want to pay, which one is the best car, look at the reviews. And I made my decision that way. I was going to buy a house. this past spring, I didn't have to ask opinions. I knew how much my budget was, so that money talk, and that's going to put you in a certain budget. If I want to date somebody, I don't have to get 15 opinions. I remember when I started my last relationship with my last guy, I didn't tell anybody hardly that we were dating. We were friends anyway first, but once, we really started going around other people, yeah, they knew. I don't need no one's opinion about my life. I don't have to get somebody's opinion about anything. I make my own decisions. I do run stuff by friends, just sometimes, but not everything that I do. I know some people, they cannot make a decision without asking mom, dad, their sister, their friend. And people, you might get 5 opinions. So what you gonna do? Are you gonna take that job because mom said no, dad said yeah, your friend says she don't know? Don't do that. You just confuse yourself. When you know your worth, you trust your intuition. When you know your worth, you trust your gut. You don't have to go around for opinions because the answer lies within. You always pretty much know the answer. And when you are unsure, and if it's too unsure, if it feels like weird or bad, 9 times out of 10, don't do it. If you feel unsure, but it's kind of positive and you think it's something you could take a risk on, go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Don't do nothing crazy. Don't say Tammy said do anything crazy. So those were my 7 tips. I would love comments. Let me know how you show that you know your worth. Let me know whatever you want to let me know in the comments. And I'm going to get on out of here and get ready for my work week. I hope you have a beautiful night. And again, all my subscribers, thank you as always. Until the next video, own your worth. Bye-bye.